Now, in this chapter, that is Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tishani Doshi. Chapter Sketch. This is an enlightening account of Tishani Doshi's visit to the coolest, windiest, driest continent in the world. She is hopeful that this vast expanse of ice will unlock many mysteries about the evolution of the earth. Her in depth knowledge of Antarctica, its geography and environment is incredible. About the author, Tishani Doshi is an Indian poet, journalist, and dancer. She has published 6 books of poetry and fiction. Her essays, poems, and short stories have been widely appreciated. Tishani's debut novel, The Pleasure Seekers, was shortlisted for the Hindu Literary Prize. Her passion for dance made her lead dancer in Chandralekha troupe and toured many countries performing on stages. She had traveled a lot, and her most exciting travels include travel to Antarctica, Ethiopia, Bhutan, Mexico, Tanzania, and Italy. She currently contributes to an interview series for the Hindu. Now, Journey to Antarctica begins. The narrator heads towards Antarctica abroad. Academic Shokalsky, a Russian research vessel with a group of high school students. She reveals that Antarctica is the coolest, driest, and windiest continent in the world. She commences her journey from Madras, crosses 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 water bodies, and many ecospheres to reach her destination. Traveling over 100 hours, she feels relief and wonders about isolation of the continent and the historic time when India and Antarctica were a part of the same landmass. Gondwana and the shaping of the modern world. The narrator takes the reader back to 650 million years. At that time, Antarctica was a part of giant southern supercontinent called Gondwana. Further, now when you talk about supercontinent Gondwana, at that time human had not arrived. The climate was warm and there was a huge variety of flora and fauna. For around 500 million years, Gondwana existed, shaped our present globe. The narrator wonders at Antarctica and finds it blissful. Belonging to a relatively warm country, the narrator, who is a South Indian, is shocked to be in place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored. She feels she's walking into a giant ping pong ball. There is no human life there and nothing to show that human life exists on this planet. She is surrounded by the mites, blue whales, limitless expanse of huge icebergs. Then, further, she tells us about the silence that is interrupted only by breaking of an iceberg is mind boggling. Now, the human impact on the environment. Human beings have been on the earth for about 12,000 years. In this short span of time, we have changed the face of our environment for worse. We have dominated the earth by establishing cities and megacities. This has led to encroachment of Mother Nature. We are limiting resources on the planet for other creatures. Further, when you talk about the average global temperature is rising and the blanket of the carbon dioxide around the world is Students on ICE program. This program aims at studying the ecological process in Antarctica. The narrator works on this project on board academic show called Ski. It takes school students on the trip of Antarctica. The visit aims at generating a new awareness and respect for our planet in young and impressionable minds. The program has been in operation for 6 years. It is headed by a Canadian, Geoff Green. Earlier, he used to take celebrities, retired rich, and curiosity seekers to Antarctica for money. Gradually, he got sick of those people who gave nothing to Earth in return. So he decided to take school students there. It was his firm belief that young minds could learn and act better about the potential hazards regarding the environment which our Earth faces. The program was a success because children could see on their own collapsing ice shelves, the retreating glaciers. They realized that the threat of global warming was real. Now, the lessons to be learned. The greatest lesson to be learned in little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. The microscopic phytoplankton are nourishment for marine animals and birds in the region. Any more depletion in the ozone layer will affect the activities of these grasses. This will turn affect the lives of others in this region and global carbon cycle. The phytoplankton leads to conclude that if we take care of small things, the big things can be saved. A memorable walk on the ocean. The narrator says that the experience of strolling on the ocean at Antarctica was a never to be forgotten incident for all. At 65.55 degrees south of equator, the narrator and the students were told to get down. They put on Gore-Tex ice shoes and sunglasses. On over 180 meters of salt water, there was 1 meter thick layer of ice. It was breathtaking experience to see crab eaters, seals sitting in the periphery. It was truly a memorable experience for all. The difference the Antarctica trip made on these students. The author is overwhelmed in the beauty of balance in the play on our planet. She has many questions in her mind. For example, what would happen if Antarctica becomes a warm place? Will human beings survive on Earth? Whatever be the answers to these questions, she is full of optimism about the teenagers who are full of idealism to save the earth after having made the trip of Antarctica. Now in this video we have covered up with the summary of the chapter Journey to the End of the Earth.